Let's adjust a few options and make this Madden yours. You can come back and change this anytime in the settings menu.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. Good work so far. He's got room. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
He's got about 8 yards as he's taken to the ground. It's going to be a Lions first down. Set him on back-to-back plays, Brock, and he's got them moving now on this opening series.
Yeah, he's not needed any time at all to find his groove and settle in. This should set the table for the rest of the day.
Goff tosses that quickly out wide. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And he's going to be blocked out after reaching the 43.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Stop is made after a gain of around 7. It's going to be enough for the first.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made it.
They gain 11 on that play, and the Lions have a first down. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And it could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game.
At their own 12-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Lee McNeil in on the tackle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
On second down, Jackson has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Goes to the hurry up here.
A gain of 6 yards.
Now Jackson on third down. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force fourth down. Possibly an early indicator of where they're going to want to go when they want important yards, Brock. Didn't need that much on third down, but they chose to throw for it instead of run it.
Yeah, one of the things about that down and distance is you typically get man-to-man coverage. So I don't mind that call, being aggressive, but you got to find a way to execute.
And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on fourth, and it's going to go over on down.
Pete, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
And he comes through big here. 9 yards. It's second down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Ravens' 10-yard line.
Another one for Gibbs. And they're going to have first and goal when we begin our second quarter. All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. Lions well within striking distance. Throws caught. And he is in with the dive. Touchdown, Lions. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Complete to number 7, Rashad Bateman.
Looked like a first for a moment, but still a couple of inches left to go. Second down.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's a quick pass. Caught outright. Forward progress stops. Play winds up going for about 6. That's good for the first down.
It's a gain of 6.
Here's Lamar. Short pass brought in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does 2 things. Number 1, it strikes fear in the defense. And number 2, you gain respect of your teammates.
All in left side. Small gain on the play, maybe 4 yards. And that's going to set up a Ravens first down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Lamar back to throw. Headed out right. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Look for a second right behind him, Brock, but he just couldn't hang on. He's going to go to fit it into double coverage, but too tough through that contact. Third down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, if you couldn't do it.
And the incompletions continuing to stack up here, Brock. 3 straight plays as the defender knocks it away. Now it's 4th down. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. Fourth down. Here's Jackson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed.
Jackson's pass intercepted. Result of the play is a turnover.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it can be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen. Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the pistol, it's Gibbs. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down.
3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
Goff working from the pistol. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
Back to work after throwing the pick. That one's taken in by the rookie out of USC. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
We just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
From the red zone on 1st. Escapes the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Throwing on 2nd, Jackson. Rolling left, buying some time. He's got it, but he's not inbounds. So the look was there, but the throw took him just too close, let him out. So it's 3rd down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. A diving grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Zay Flowers from 11 yards out. All right, going to get a 2-point try here, Brock. Jackson gets his offense lined up.
The Ravens will line up for the 2.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And this is caught, and that bid for the lead works out. They're now up 8-7.
Ravens 8.
They come up with a touchdown of their own, and then, I love this, a little one-upping by scoring on the 2-point try to take the lead.
Yeah, you love it because you didn't have to make that call. The coach did. But clearly, they don't want to play from behind. They want to be the one dictating, and now, well, now they've got to do it the rest of the way.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. off to the air now. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. You know, we're seeing this more and more these days, Brock. Not content to just run out this half. Seems like they're going to keep pushing with the time they've got remaining.
Every one of these possessions, Kate, is so valuable. And I think what you've got to do as a quarterback there is reinforce to your receiver, if I'm going to take this shot, it's your ball or nobody's ball.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it.
It's a gain of
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
And 6.
And if you had another rushing play on your bingo board, you are correct. And give them the first down here. Looks to be an even 20 on that play. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Going to the ground again on first. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Jackson. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. And that's just a good call there. Not the type of lead or the down where you should be forcing anything. So, good call there to just get rid of it.
Yeah, this is called game management, right?
Yeah.
People get this bad perception of a game manager. He's a game manager. No, you should be a good game manager. And make sure you throw it away if nothing is there.
Now a 2nd down throw for Jackson. And this one is launched downfield. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Well, this defensive battle just continues, Brock. They have set the tempo, been the dominant factions in this game, and that's only growing with every incompletion.
Kate, the results have been the same, but these are a couple different game plans, right? By these 2 different defenses, but both of them smothering and suffocating.
They found something that worked there. Nearly 30 yards on that play. And almost always, that's going to be good for a first.
First down, Ravens.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Jackson throwing here. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's hauled to the ground. And that makes it 2nd and 19 to go.
Even if this QB knew from the very get-go somebody be waiting for him, there's no chance he was going to salvage that play. I'd be surprised if he even got a second to look upfield before he was greeted with the big old open arms for an easy sack.
It's caught left side by Hill. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Now it's Lamar. Throwing to the back of the end zone. To the end zone and out of the end zone. Incomplete, but way too much on that shot. That means it's 4th down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown.
And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
He finds space into the red zone. And he's finally taken down the 7-yard line. Offense to the line fast.
It's a gain of 29. That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. And across the line he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs taking it in from 7 out. Bates now for the point after. Connecting here as this one flies through. And their lead now stands at 6.
Score Lions 14, Ravens 8.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Now here's Lamar. Finds him on the crossing route. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Raven first down.
Looking to throw, Jackson. Sends this to the end zone. All the way to the end zone, and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Zay Flowers. First return scored. Now he's got a receiving one, too.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Luke with the point after. And that gives him the lead.
Makes the score Ravens 15, Lions 14.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35-yard line. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of a yard. Brings up
Working on 2nd down. Goff. He completes it in traffic. And before he can reach the first, he's stopped. But this is close. Ball up to the 45-yard line. 3rd down run by Gibbs. And this one had no chance. Hit well behind that line. That brings up 4th down.
Simpson. A loss of 2 yards.
They'll go for it. Goff. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They'll pitch it to Henry. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And in the wrong direction again, and he's dropped. Perfectly here. Look down, here's Jackson. Rolling out to his left. Going deep down the left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
First and 10 from the 43. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. Nothing to him here as he only manages the arm. Offense in a hurry up here.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 1 yard.
Off to pass now on second down. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. He's going to have about 9 yards, it looks like. He's forced towards that sideline. And that's going to give the Lions the first down.
It sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Goff back to throw. That's to Laporta again. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
You go get me a first down on that last catch as a quarterback, I'm going to be looking for you again. This has been a solid connection on this drive.
So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on second down. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's third down now.
On the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing is gone. This is brought in by Laporta. And he's brought down beyond the marker. So a first down for them as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, 14 yards. So as we expected, they're lining up to go for 2 here and a 7-point advantage.
The Lions will set up.
He'll look to throw it. And this is caught. So add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4.
I always say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for 2. But that risk pays off.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball to the 35 to begin this drive.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. Here he is to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That incompletion right there, Kate, it does stop the clock, and it gives you a chance. A chance to get in that huddle, regroup, and make sure you just fire your best shots here down the stretch.
Gets it a throw on second. And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions that made this third down.
Obviously not a tough call to make here. It is 4-down territory from here on out. The tough thing is to find a play you could execute in this moment.
Now to throw. Forced out to his right. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. Desperation time here on fourth. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
EA Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Washington Commanders. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go in our nation's capital. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And the Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To the air goes Daniels. Setting up the screen, Krosky Merritt. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing now is Daniels. Flushed out right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, a chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Goff. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
1st down, Lions.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
2nd down.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
It brings up 3rd down.
Now it's gone. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to him.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah.
That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
He'll take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs taking it in.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions.
Tyler Bass.
Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. And off we go from Ford Field. Good coverage by the kick team. Force them to start out back at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Goff going to open up with a throw. Pass to the left side, pulled in by Conklin. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
On second down, Goff. And that ball incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
They'll come to the line for third down and 5. Throwing, Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. Inside the 10. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be first and goal. They've got it at the 3.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Tyler Conklin. Touchdown, Lions. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead.
Lions 7, Bills nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Allen going to throw to get things going. That's complete. Some more on the right side. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
From the 44-yard line. Here's second and 1.
44-yard line.
On the ground, a first carry for James Cook. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
Just shy of midfield. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Buffalo.
From the gun, Josh Allen. Forced to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, You see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he's going to pick it up. Take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Now Allen on first down. That's into the hands of Moore. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. And they're not going to snap it. We have come to the end of the first quarter of play. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. From the gun, here is Allen. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Christian Izzian on the stop.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. A pass caught right side by Coleman.
To Keon Coleman. Touchdown.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Good. That ties the game at 7. Tyler Bass.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Goff to throw. Out to his right. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being completed.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And they will get another play off. We have reached the 2-minute warning. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Down back at the 32.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
11 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3.
To throw is Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, Goff. That's taken in by Conklin, the tight end. And he's going to have the Lions 1st down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw is Goff. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd
I got
and
high
10.
standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Now Goff. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. They are moving the ball well on this drive, aren't they? It's another 1st and 10. Goff. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And Gibbs into a familiar spot, into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14, Bills 7.
Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, throw here for Allen. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
1st down, Buffalo.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. Moving outside the pocket. 1st down throw there is incomplete. Trying to get that to Moore and couldn't connect. It'll be 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
To the air on 2nd down, here's Allen. Pass complete right side to Kincaid.
Complete to
2
number
receptions for
86,
him on this
Dalton
drive.
Kincaid.
This one good for 16
A
yards.
gain of 16 yards.
Good start to this
First
drive
down,
so
Bills.
far. Another 1st and 10. Allen to throw again. That's to Kincaid once again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. The Bills going to use their final timeout here.
And the Bills
Tyler
first
Bass
down.
on to try the field goal.
Tyler
This will be
Bass
an even
on
40-yard attempt. Bass's kick
40-yard attempt.
is good.
The kick is
And the
good.
Bills are back within
Makes
4
the score
at
Lions
14 to 10.
Bills 10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very
The Lions
solid
take over
return.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he is out of bounds.
A gain of 17
They'll gain
yards.
17 on that
And the
one. A
Lions
very quick first down.
First and 10 at the 48.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he will score. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Allen going to throw on 1st and 10. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. To throw on 1st and 10, Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. In some rhythm, the drive rolling. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Allen. He's got it inside the 5. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Allen leading the Bills to the line for this 2-point try.
The Bills are lining up for a two-point conversion.
They'll try it with Cook. And he'll get in for the two-point conversion. And now the deficit is just a field goal.
18. Tyler Bass to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Lions first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
Brought down by Cole Bishop. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 36 now.
Line.
Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Gibbs. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
37-yard line.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. Past the 40. Inside the 20. And he's got another one. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon.
For the point after.
Bates, good with the extra point. And the Lions will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
18.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. Trying to claw their way back into this one, and that'll help. It's a first down.
First down, Buffalo.
From the gun, Josh Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Josh Allen sacked.
Aiden Hutchinson in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on them early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Allen to throw on 3rd and long. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to 4th down. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
Well, they know they needed at least a field goal to try to cut this to a 1-possession game, so they got it. But now, can the defense, can they tighten up here and get a quick stop? Because not only do they need the ball back, they need to make sure they leave enough time for what would be a game-winning drive.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Goff to throw. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
And we got a big 3rd down coming up here, Mike. They got a chance with a conversion to possibly get this under the 2-minute warning, put this defense in a position where they have to start using their timeouts.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Throwing, Goff. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That's going to be caught. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They get 18 yards on 4th down and a fresh set of downs. Here's 1st and 10.
48-yard line.
Now Gibbs. Room to run at the 35. And he will score again. Jahmyr Gibbs.